Yagi antennas has become the backbone of wireless communication, providing connections to crucial services like rural 5G, fixed wireless broadband, and mobile hotspots. It's also used as a backup when fiber optic cables fail. In this video, I'm going to show you how to design your own Yagi antenna. I am going to design this Yagi to extend my Wi-Fi 2.4 GHz range. The best channels to use are channel 1, 6, or 11. I'm going to use channel 6, so my antenna would be designed for 2.437 GHz as the resonant frequency. Every Yagi antenna has three main parts. First, the driven element. This is the only part connected to your cable. It's the part that actually transmits or receives energy. Second, the reflector, located behind the driven element. And third, one or more directors placed in front of the driven element. Each of these elements has a specific job. When designing a Yagi, the first step is to determine the length of the driven element so that it resonates at the targeted frequency of 2.437 GHz. The length of the other elements are totally dependent on the chosen length of the driven element. Now we're going to calculate the length of this driven element at 2.437 GHz. Now we're going to use this equation here to calculate the length of the driven element. Now I know that there are a lot of people who do not like math, but I assure you this equation is very simple and I'm here to explain it to you. Just bear with me, it won't take very long, just a minute, and you'll know exactly how to calculate the length of this driven element at this frequency. Okay? Now the way we do this is by using this equation here. Wavelength is equal to speed of light over frequency. Now the speed of light is 300 million meters per second. That's 306 zeros. Okay, now the frequency is 2.437 gigahertz. That's 2.437 and 9 zeros. So here we have 300 times 10 to the 6. We just simply remove the 6 zeros here. That's how we got 10 to the 6. And under here we got 2.437 times 10 to the 9. We remove the 9 zeros and we got 10 to the 9. And we just simply divide 300 by 2.437 and we got 123.1 times 10 to the negative 3. We got 10 to the negative 3 by subtracting 10 to the 6 minus 10 to the 9. And that's how we got 10 to the negative 3. And now our answer here is 0.1231 meters. Now we find it a little bit easier to work with centimeters. So we're going to just change this to centimeters. And how we do that is by multiplying 0.1231 meters by 100. If we were going to change from centimeters back to meters, we would divide by 100. Okay, so now we got 12.31 centimeters. That's our wavelength. And to find the length of the driven element, we just simply divide this 12.31 by 2, which is equal to 6.16 centimeters. So the driven element's length here is 6.16 centimeters. So as you know, a dipole antenna is 2 halves. So half the wavelength is 6.16 centimeters. But this element here is divided in 2. I know you can't see that. That's why I have this line here, just to indicate to you that this element here is divided in 2. So we have this 6.16 centimeters divided by 2. So we have 3.08 centimeters for each one of these elements. When current is induced into the driven element from a transmitter sending radio waves through a connected cable, the end result is an alternating current flow through the driven element. This current flow causes a magnetic field to develop around the driven element, inducing the voltage into the reflector and the first director element. This is the beginning of the process to use the dipole antenna to develop a directional antenna known as the Yagi. In the next video, I'll explain the importance of the induced voltage on the reflector and director elements, and why it is important to choose the correct length reflector and director elements. And I'll also be showing you how to calculate the correct length reflector and director elements. This is the second video in this series of videos on Yagi antennas. If you have not seen the first video, you can find it in the playlist or in the description below. To see more videos like this one, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.